Hello, Elizabeth. Can one flirt as a young adult in a Catholic relationship? Is there a place for this, or is it sinful to do so?
Flirting. Okay. Flirting is a lost art. And I think that sentence alone is going to answer your question. Is it sinful? No. Objectively, no. But I think we do need to define what flirting is, because your definition of flirting or their definition of flirting and my definition of flirting may be different. My definition of flirting is usually a woman, but obviously there's a dance here. Men can flirt too. Making the fact that she's interested in this person known, right? Making it known that she has an interest. I would say that is flirting. The actions that stem from this desire to be recognized and for her desire for him to be seen and recognized. Is it objectively sinful to do that? Absolutely not. Are there ways of behaving that violate everyone's dignity? Yes, like wearing provocative clothing. I would not call that authentic flirting. I would call that not understanding your own dignity, and you need to put on some pants and a sweater. That, like, if you're trying to provocatively arouse lust in another person, that is never okay. That is absolutely sinful. And the severity of the sin depends on your heart, your knowledge, what you know, what you're choosing to do, what you know about the other person, your intention, all of that stuff. But is just the idea of like acting in a more flirtatious way to get his attention so that he knows that you're interested, is that a sin? No. And is it something you should learn how to do? Absolutely. And I think very strongly that in this digital age, we have lost the art of flirting. I'll do Q&As on Instagram often. And one of the questions that I get on a regular basis is, how do I drop the hanky on Instagram, right? There's this idea that I want to make it known that I have feelings for this person and I want him to see me, but I want to do it in a way that's appropriate. I love this question, and I love the heart behind this question, because being able to communicate as a young woman, your interest in a young man is really important, not only for you and your confidence, but for the young man. We don't live in a culture that fosters authentic courage anymore. We don't live in a culture that upholds the beauty, really, of masculinity, and not a weakness beauty, but like the authentic beauty, like Christ as a beautiful man. There's capital B beauty in God himself, right? And there's something so beautiful about a man being able to take initiative and a man being able to pursue. But because we have like castrated most of our culture and we have spent decades telling men that they're evil and bad and horrible just for being dudes, then there's not a lot of confidence for them to go out and pursue. And it can be so good for them to know that she's interested. And even if maybe they're not going to end up in a committed relationship, he's probably not going to get rejected on the first go around when he asks her, for her number or whatever. So I do think there's an art to flirting. And what I will say is the handful of things that I'll give you right now, it all have to do with body language. So make sure that you are like looking him in the eye, right? If you guys go to mass together and you see him across the room or across the church and you're wanting to catch his attention because you're intrigued by him, like look at him, like make eye contact, right? As much as you can. Ask questions and make sure that you listen to his answers, and then make sure you answer the questions that he asks you, right? Engage in a conversation. Make sure that your body language is appropriate, but also very intentional to him. So like you're turning your shoulders to him, you're lifting your chin up, you're looking at him and carrying yourself in a way that communicates like, I'm paying attention to you. And then it is okay to single a guy out that you're interested in and do those things and not do them to the other guys in the group, right? Like if you're giving someone a lot of attention, if you're laughing at his jokes, if you're smiling at him, just using your body in an appropriate way to show that you're interested, that's going to make an impact. And if he, bless him, is too dense to see it, his friends probably will, and they'll let him know. So take courage, sister. Recapture that lost art of flirting. And I think that it will be very beneficial in the long run for your dating life in general.